Welcome to the Mother Herd Podcast with Denise Waters.
Hi, it's Denise with the Mother, and I'm so excited to share with you today my little attempt to define what connection and community really is. So I'm taking some of my work from Only 7 Seconds and combining it with my thinking for the Mother Herd and putting it to good use. So markers, all the things, because I am not a graphic designer. So I'm going to share the video of these designs here with you in a second. But here's where I started, an infinity circle. And then this is where I am right at the moment. So I'm going to go into the details with you here in an attached video. But I really do hope that this enriches your conversations with people in your own life about connection and relationships, and especially with the piece of where your boundary is. Are you allowing new people in so that you all have a really rich circle of people around you? Or is your boundary really tight around your friend circle and new people aren't really welcome? I think that's an important piece to really think about. So I'm going to blog about it a little bit as well. So you will have the combined podcast, aka reel, about the infinity connection loops, as well as something that you can read about it and maybe interact and engage with it, because I think this is really important work that we do as we move forward. Thanks so much. All right, friends, I've gone around a little bit of a bend with my idea about relationships. I need a graphic designer. So here's the first iteration, and I can talk you through all the steps, but let's go to this one real quick. And sorry, it's a little crazy, but this is what I'm thinking about relationships and communication and community. You start here. This is the road to connection and ultimately friendship. What you need is yourself. You need to know your values, your purpose, your goals. You need to show up authentically, vulnerably, and have availability. That availability includes things like proximity, time, economics, so that you have time. It includes participation, willingness to share your story, willingness to show up, willingness to engage, spend time. That's all availability. Once you do that, right, you've done your job. What you need from other people are things like their great attention, curiosity about you, kindness to your story, some generosity of when you mess up or when you don't show up fully as yourself. That's connection right here. When you get to friendship is when you add in trust. Brené's marble jar story really kind of cements that. Like, do you have enough of this to actually get to friendship? Once you're in friendship, it creates this other loop, this other place of being. Along there, you have all these different opportunities to build your friendship. Shared experiences, hard times, service with each other, rituals, routines, emotions, trials and repairs, all of it. All the things that make a really strong friendship or relationship. I want to introduce you to the circles of connection, which is something that I use in the Only 7 Seconds curriculum. And that starts with yourself at the center, your closest friends and family, greater community. In the connection curriculum, we go into the details of these larger circles. But I contend for this purpose that those circles of connection live right here in the friendship loop, or in the community loop, the relationship loop. You'll see this dark line here because that's your boundaries. Like, that has to be there. Where I think we get into trouble is when that boundary line goes further out, when it ends up here around our closest friends,
or when it ends up here around our family or our friendships. There's a lot of talk right now about how is the circle the best analogy for relationships, and is a horseshoe maybe better? And this was my attempt to say, I still think it's a circle because this trust piece is important. These little lines are where I think that they're permeable, right? So I would even say there's permeable lines here where friendships can leave, they can exit. It can be time, it can be death, it can be heartbreak, it can be many different things that lead to friendships dissolving, and they dissolve out of our connection circles. With that being said, your opening is here. As a friendship group, if all these lines are permeable, you're always looking to add to your friendship circle. And people enter by giving you their attention, curiosity, kindness, generosity, and trust. And you are open to new friendships by sharing your values, your purpose, your goals, being authentic and vulnerable and available. This availability piece I keep coming back to is a key feature here. So anyway, those are my thoughts for the day. And if you're a graphic designer who wants to make this for me, you know where to find me. The Mother Herd.
Thank you. Thank you for listening to my thoughts about this relationship loop combined with the engagement loop, creating this community building cycle as a way to look at relationships. I'm excited about where the implications from this go and how I can use it to continue to build courses, to engage with you, to offer other options for people to build better communities. So thanks for taking the time. This is my horrible graphic design of it. So again, really need somebody who wants to build it out for me. Thanks. And we'll see you over at the Mother Herd. Thank you for joining us for the Mother Herd podcast. Please subscribe and like so that we can keep bringing you more episodes.